The battle for the regular season title is just moments away here on the fall 2019 over 50 hockey season, and the top two teams will go at it here as we finish up week 11 in our regular season standings. It's the Blue Bombers taking on the Green Hornets. The Blue Bombers coming in at 8-2 have been on a hot streak, as the Green Hornets have been just as hot themselves, refusing to go down. Hi everybody, Angelo Pontello bringing you the broadcast action. Joining me as always, Andy Townsend. And Andy, when you talk about a battle for the top spot heading into the postseason play, this is where it matters here. Oh yes, and right now both of these teams definitely are fired up, they're ready to go. You know, I can't wait to see what kind of hockey action is before us here. So we look back on the series, Andy, and so far the regular season series between these two squads, both teams have taken a piece. But now for the regular season series, it's time to settle it once and for all as to which team is going to come out on top. And as we mentioned that too, Angelo, most likely whoever wins this game is going to get the #1 seed, as we're talking about, despite the games that are coming up in the regular season finale next week. But I can't wait to see how these two teams fare out, and especially now that we have both 5-star players in presence for both of these squads. Beginning with the Blue Bombers, Angelo Pontello already hot as ever on the fall 2019 campaign. 6 goals and 13 assists to his name. Leads the ISF over 50 Hockey League in assists, as well as tied for first for average points a game and 2.3 points a game. Meanwhile, on the other side, while we have the assist leaders here in today's game, we have the goals leader. It's Dave Wakowiak, who has 18 goals on the season. But Andy, part of that is the way he has that uncanny ability to come up with the breakaways. Oh, the breakaways are going to be key for this Green Hornet team if they're going to looking to win. And the Blue Bomber defense knows exactly what to head up against this man. Dave Wakowiak is someone you do not want to underestimate, and you need to make sure where he's at all times whenever he's on the rink. Last but certainly not least, we look at both of these keepers as well. Mario Arsakovic for one. Arsakovic, who has only given up 2.7 goals a game, second in the over 50 Hockey League, plays a strong defense, and of course when you have that defense that helps you out, it goes key. Well, it goes back to the Blue Bombers defense. What are they going to do to help Arsakovic out? He is a keeper on the rise here in this league. I definitely expect great things to come out from him. And as flip side, as we talk about keepers that give their credit due, Chewy, who has given up 2.3 goals so far, leads the over 50 Hockey League. But stats aside, Andy, the battle of these two keepers is going to be big as well. So many storylines to look forward to. Can't wait for this game to get started. And so with that, we'll step aside for the moment. When we come back, face-off up ahead, Blue Bombers, Green Hornets on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Scott Gilbert and Kevin Possibly are officials for today's game, as we had a little bit of an audio technical difficulty on the mics. But nevertheless, Connor Bortz, our scorekeeper for today's game, keeping us posted on all our stats and standings and updates here throughout this Game of the Week broadcast. We're very lucky to have them on staff. Okay, no doubt about it. Connor has always been very good to us, Angelo, so great to see that he's willing and able to do whatever he can to make this as professional as possible for us. You know, very valued member of the team. Roger Obby in the neutral zone gets it back to Wersinski, can't connect with Heldwin. As so far the Green Hornets changing things up a little bit. Scott Heldwin starting back at defense alongside Bernie Wersinski, Dave Wakowiak, and the wingers, and Brian Costello and Roger Obby. Meanwhile, for the Blue Bombers back at defense, it's Larry Sincata and Angelo Pontello, as Sincata blasts Heldwin off across the side of the ice. Well, looking at that time, it looked like Scott Heldwin was trying to get a little handle on the puck. And of course, Sincata just coming through and blasting Heldwin. That's what happens though if you try to skate through two players. Someone's bound to try to make a move on you. And to finish up the lineup for the Blue Bombers, you had Tom Lafreri that was out there on the ice alongside Brian Pompos and Michael Rossi. Lineups officially changed here for both sides. It's now John Oliverio with the puck in the neutral zone. Battle for the league title in play, as players are down and so is the referee. And it looked like that John Oliverio took a slip. His stick hits the side of Kevin Possibly. This is not good news. Yeah, Andy, and just looking from that, oh, that's just an ugly sight to see there. And anytime you see an official just going down like that, just getting hit, jabbed in the stick like that, it's always a bad feeling. Oh, and of course, in any circumstances, there's really nothing that they do that's intentional. It's a matter of poor placement on the stick. But we're glad to see that possibly is all right and getting his wits about him. Kevin Possibly, who also plays here at the Ice Sports Forum as well, plays with the C5 Warriors Club on Sunday nights here at the Ice Sports Forum, knows definitely about the game of hockey, but also refs as well. Yeah, and of course, it's always good that you usually see these referees, they're toughing it out anywhere they can, but unlikely that you would see something like this happening in over 50 league. 10-19 in the opening period, no score here in our game of the week. Battle for first place as the Blue Bombers and Green Hornets go at it. Tony Lugo and Gary Spizik on the faceoff. This puck coming back to Wersinski. Off the left post of Arsakovic, and it gets rebounded by Shariko. Wersinski biding his time, dumps it back in the Blue Bomber end, picked up by Oliverio. Oliverio's got options, covered by Shariko, back in the near side corner. Oliverio resets. Pressure by Shariko, who gets it away, stopped by Falba, but comes back to Heldwin. Heldwin shot just off the left corner. Arsakovic covers it up. And so lineups will change now for both sides. As faceoff once again takes place deep in the Blue Bomber zone. Green Hornets just itching for an opportunity to strike first. Montello fights for the puck against Heldwin. This one comes back over to Wakowiak, who gets it knocked away opposite side. Michael Rossi on the move by the blue line, looking to set up, misses a pass, gets his own rebound. Rossi into the Green Hornet zone. Trying to take Wersinski with him, and it comes back to Heldwin instead. Heldwin trying to find some options. This one gets back from Costello, back off the boards. Now the opposite way, just past Rossi, and heads back into the Green Hornet end. Heldwin to regroup back in his own end. Finds Aubie far side back to Wakowiak. Trying to get it dumped out, stopped by Pontello. Costello almost got a piece of the puck that time, but puck still remains on the Green Hornets half of the rink. And right now, you can see the Blue Bombers, they're really stepping it up, adding the pressure on, and the Green Hornets struggling right now to get it back over into the Blue Bomber side of things. Good job by the Blue Bombers to add the early on pressure. Wersinski off the corners looking for Costello, gets knocked back. Heldwin connects with Costello, who gets the clearance off. Back in the Blue Bomber end, it's Angelo Pontello retrieving the puck, as both teams will change lines in the process. Puck back to Lafriri. Finds Doug Shepard, finds Rossi near side, back in the Green Hornet zone. It's Rossi trying to gain some distance between two Green Hornet defenders. And this pass comes all the way back. Oliverio comes back in the Blue Bomber end, defended by Shepard. Pass back up from Butler. Tony Lugo trying to get in on the mix, and it goes far side corner. Sharina steps up for the puck. Back in the Blue Bomber end, and it comes out to Shariko. Wersinski biding his time on point, looking for the setup chance. Lugo falls over the stick of Phillips. Puck back to Doug Shepard. Shepard connects with Spizik, center ice. Spizik dumps it in the Green Hornet end as it retrieved by Shepard. Chewy maintains side off net. This is back to Falbo, far side corner. Stopped by Chewy, and he falls on it for the stop. And so there again, just trying to take the shots on net. A soft shot at that, but Chewy there, aware of the puck at all times. Brilliant stop. Face-off now deep in the Green Hornet zone. It's going to be Wakowiak to take the face-off against Spizik. Green Hornets working with a roster of 9 here today. Blue Bombers have 10 players in attendance. As a puck kicked away by Chewy, Phillips with a shot on net, just missed Falbo. And a little tap there by Falbo, who was waiting there just outside the crease. Could have had a dangerous chance there if he connected. Wachowiak, shot blocked by Chirico. Phillips gets away from possession. This is out to Pompos. Pompos just out of the reach of Spizik. Eldwin looking for options. Back to Pontello. Pontello biding some time. Reverses it back to Sincata. Off the boards, intercepted by Wachowiak. Dangerous chance, look out, shot fired. Arsakovic stops it. And the whistle's blown prematurely there that time as it bounced off of Arsakovic. And if I'm the Green Hornets, I could have argued that one, saying that it didn't look like Arsakovic had a clear stop on things. He had it stopped for a moment, and then just as it was falling off of him, referees halt play. 6:30 to go in the opening period. No score here at the Ice Sports Forum's Game of the Week in our Fall 2019 Over 50 hockey season slate, as Pompos gets it out to Lafriri. Lafriri on the move into the Green Hornets zone, feeds it back to Pompos. Pompos, fired shot way off target. Retrieved by Pontello. Blue Bombers trying to work some offensive magic as it hits off side corner, back to Butler. Butler clears it out of the zone. Oliverio gets it fed up to Sharina. Sharina is stepping up that forward today as it gets taken away by Sincata. Sincata finds Lafriri center ice. Lafriri defended by Aubie. Shot fired, kicked out by Chewy. Pass comes back to Heldwin. Gets a move around Rossi, connects with Oliverio. Here comes Heldwin. Heldwin back in the Blue Bomber zone, working off against Chirico. Taken away by Doug Shepard. Connects with Rossi. Lafriri steps up. Wersinski back. Shot fired, and Chewy's there for the stop. And he's going to make sure the stop is official there. And of course, Wersinski was right there for support as well for Chewy, just in case if the puck did decide to come out, or if Chewy decided to pass it out himself. But what a setup there, and kudos to the words escape me, but for this rookie right here, Doug Shepard, the free agent rookie that the Blue Bombers picked up, he has been doing wonders so far, contributing to the team and done an excellent job. Falbo back in the corner with the puck. Sets up to Phillips on point. Shot fired just off to the side of the net. Costello on the move near side, gets it back over to Wachowiak into the Blue Bomber zone. Wachowiak biding some time, defender on him. Shot fired, kicked away, Arsakovic, and it gets knocked away after a couple chances. Spizik steps up, feeds it up high. Wersinski chasing back. Two Blue Bombers on the defenseman as it redirects to Heldwin. Heldwin pass off the boards. It comes back in the Blue Bomber zone. It's Chirico with the puck, regrouping. Phillips gets it redirected far side. This is out to Doug Shepard. 4:42 in the opening period as the shot goes on Wersinski. Wersinski backhands this one back into the Blue Bomber zone, and Arsakovic signals for the icing call. Talk about tale of first periods here, Andy. It's a tale of two stories, more or less. Green Hornets leading the Over 50 Hockey League with 16 goals scored in the first period alone on the season. Meanwhile, the Blue Bombers only scoring half of that and are tied for the fewest goals scored in the first period. Yeah, despite that offense, it definitely shows margins there. But for the Blue Bombers to put the pressure on the Green Hornets early on is a strong statement. We don't get to see this kind of pressure from them too often in the first period. But then again, this is a battle for the first place spot. So it's a matter of trying to put all your eggs in one basket, in a matter of speaking, and seeing what you can do with that. Rossi winds up for the shot, goes wide left. Rebounded by Pontello, dumps it back in the Green Hornet end, directed to Rossi. Rossi set up to Lafriri, backhand shot to Pompos, and the Blue Bombers are on the board. Brian Pompos capitalizes for the Blue Bombers, and he has himself his 7th goal of the season. Well, let's take a look back at that play real quick. You see the Blue Bombers setting up perfectly. It all starts with the clearance there by Rossi, took just a wide shot. Pontello steps up to get to the shot that is needed. And then from there, the Blue Bombers just know how to do textbook passing and play. Great setup right in front of the net. So with 4:05 to go in the first period, Blue Bombers up first, 1-0, trying to secure their first ever over 50 league regular season title, or at least trying to put themselves in a strong position to do so, as Pontello is quickly on the move. Look out, center ice, Pontello feeds it back to Rossi. Flips up high, kicked out by Chewy. Pontello back in the Green Hornet end, gets it around to Shepard, fires on point, speeds up to Pontello. Back around the net. Heldwin off the boards. This one cleared out. So face-off will take place once again deep in the Green Hornet zone. 3:25 in the opening period in our Week 11 game of the week. But it just goes to show you, when you see end-of-season hockey, Andy, everybody steps up. Well, without a question, Angelo. I mean, in the beginning, it's a matter of teams trying to get to know each other, despite the fact that each and every one of these players in this league knows each other's strengths and weaknesses. That's why there's the draft system back in the beginning of the season. And then now, as teams start to get to know one another and the players start gelling together, this is why we see better hockey being played near the end of the season, heading into the postseason. It's because of situations like these. Sharina. Stripped away by Spizik. Foul ball trying to get to the puck first. He does. Looking for the pass back to Spizik. Stopped by Sharina. Here comes Heldwin. Scott Heldwin on the move, center ice. Soft pass out to Aubie, far side. Into the Blue Bomber zone. Aubie gets back to Wachowiak. Wachowiak winds up for the shot, knocked away by Arsakovic. And this one's going to come all the way back. And the Green Hornets already trying to take some different options here. We haven't seen Wachowiak try to come away with a breakaway chance. Not exactly sure if it's just they haven't been able to execute that portion of their play yet, or if the Blue Bombers have just been simply doing a tremendous job of staying back and not allowing those breakaway chances to fold. Puck back far side in the Green Hornet end. It's Sharina who gets it cleared out opposite end. Stopped by foul ball. Costello, stopped by Shariko, winding up for the shot, kicked out by Chewy. Spizik right there on top. Heldwin looking for options, just out of the reach of Oliverio, comes back to Phillips. Bob Phillips gets it back to Shariko. Aubie, check that, Tony Lugo far side. Here comes Rossi for the Blue Bombers in the Green Hornet zone. Rossi biding time, shot fired, deflected, and rebounded by Wersinski. Oh, just dangerous deflection there that time. Could have almost slid past Chewy. But right there, Wersinski in position, was able to catch it just in the nick of time. As icing is called there. Both teams will have a chance to take a breather here. And Rossi will take the faceoff for the Blue Bombers against Tony Lugo. Puck back to Sincata. Will fire the shot direct onto Lugo. Redirected by Lafriri. Gets it back to Pontello. Quick shot fire. Kicked out by Chewy. Rebound by Sharina. And right there, Pontello's going to be taking some quick sniper shots here. I expect him to take some shots on net. Blue Bombers have to be in the right position if they're going to look to capitalize. Oliverio is off with the puck. Defended by Pontello as it comes back out to the Blue Bomber end. Sincata trying to clear it out opposite direction. Stopped by Butler. Check that. It comes back out to Rossi. Flip back to Wersinski and the Green Hornet defends. In the final minute of the first period, 1-0 is our scoreline in favor of the Blue Bombers. As Pompos gets it cleared out from the action. Chewy off the boards. It gets out to Wersinski. And somehow play halted in the process. Didn't really hear a whistle. But with 38 seconds in the opening period, we'll check out to see what the action is going on. Meanwhile, on the other hand, you see this Blue Bomber team, and we started mentioning it a little bit earlier, Angelo, but this Blue Bomber team really putting the pressure here on the Green Hornets. We saw a little bit of this pressure unfold last week when they played the Grey Wolves. But for the Green Hornets, again, it's a matter of, we've seen them play one way before and they're trying to get back into the swing of things. It's just a matter of what are they going to do to get themselves in that offensive juggernaut mode again. Well, for one thing, things have been changing up here. Matt Sharino, who checked in at forward, Scott Helwin playing back on defense for the first time this season. As Wakowiak and Spizik go at the face-off deep in the Blue Bomber zone. This puck back Wersinski. Shot fired on net. Glove hand, no. Knocked off by Arsakovic. Helwin with the rebound for the Green Hornets in the final seconds. Almost a chance there for Costello, waiting at the net. Puck comes back to Sincata. Sincata puts it up to Shepard. Shepard gets it dumped into the Green Hornet end. Sincata looking for the flip back chance. No one there. It's Wakowiak trying to get around Falbo. Could not. And so the first period will expire right by the blue line. 1-0 our scoreline. Blue Bombers hanging on to a tight lead over the current first place Green Hornets here in our Game of the Week. We'll have more on the other side of this break. You're watching Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Start of the second period as it's Michael Rossi and Tony Lugo on the face-off. This puck comes back to Chirico. Chirico pressured by Lugo, gets it off to Pompos. Pompos can't connect with the puck and comes back to Oliverio. Well, puck location is key, and of course, when the puck is consistently coming around, it's one thing to see it from up here, but then when you're actually down there with possession, it's a whole lot different, especially with how the flow of the game rolls. Back to Phillips in his own end. Finds Lafreri. This is Pompos by center ice, looking for Rossi just out of his reach. Puck back in the Green Hornet end. This is Matt Sharina. Sharina connects with Oliverio. Oliverio on the move. Into the Blue Bomber zone. Got 3 defenders back. Shot fired off the glove of Arsakovic. Rossi picks it up, trying to get around Wersinski. Fighting for the puck. Rossi has connection. He's back in the Green Hornet zone. Rossi looking for a pass-back option, and it gets back in the neutral zone. Oh, good effort there by Mike Rossi. He was trying to fight for an open chance. Thought he might have had a couple of Blue Bombers helping out, but they just didn't reach to him in time. Wersinski. Back to Sharina. This is out to Wakowiak. Roger Abbey covered by Pontello. Abbey stripped loose of the puck, and it's back out to Pontello to Wakowiak. Wakowiak looking for options. Feeds it back to Helwin. Shot fired on net just off to the side. And Green Hornets now starting to see a little bit more tempo from them offensively. Trying to get on the same playing field here as the Blue Bombers. And so far, it's starting to show. Helwin can't connect with Abbey. Comes back to Pontello in his own zone. Puck flipped high, just out of the reach of Spizik, and it comes back in the Green Hornet end. Helwin regroups for the Green Hornets. Wakowiak flips this one high, back in the Blue Bomber zone. Pontello now looking for options, gets it off the boards, intended for Shepard, and it's back to Sharina. Off the skate of Falbo. Sharina will move up with the puck. This is Helwin. Helwin slips, slides down, takes Sincata with him as this puck gets redirected off the near side end. Helwin, big chance here, backhand shots. And Arsakovic stopped. No signal yet from the officials. And it's no goal. And right there, it looked like Scott Helwin just might have had a shot. Yeah, oh no. So with that, face-off takes place deep in the Blue Bomber zone. 9:06 in the second period. Green Hornets trying to tie it all up here in our game of the week as Chirico feeds it up to Lafreri. Lafreri backhand pass out of the reach of Pompos. And it's Wersinski who has it. This one back in the Blue Bomber end. Lafreri, Green Hornet zone, taken away now by Heldwin. Knocked off the puck by Wersinski. And if you ever want to talk about being very unlucky there, Scott Heldwin, how many times have we seen him get blasted? First by Sincata, now by his own player. I mean, the list can go on, but he has just been taking hit after hit here today. Lafreri forced to regroup for the Blue Bombers as it gets back to Phillips. Phillips buying some time, finds Chirico opposite side. Phillips takes this one up himself. Dumps it in the Green Hornet end. But an offsides call just at the last second. So with that, Blue Bombers make a lineup change, as do the Green Hornets. Face-off taking place by the blue line. Spizik and Wakowiak for the face-off as it gets back to Sharina, checking back on defense. As Wakowiak trying to skate around Pontello, heavily covered. Costello looking for the shot, chance knocked away by Arsakovic. Puck comes back around, this is Pontello. 3-on-2 for the Blue Bombers as Pontello redirects his positioning, finds Falbo back, shot fired. Spizik looking for a last-second touch, but Chewy was there for the stop first. And nice little positioning there by Pontello, trying to make sure Falbo had at least a legitimate chance to take a shot on net. For that time, trying to take the shot, and Spizik there just at the last second, trying to make maybe a tap-in play, but Chewy was there for the stop. Sharina back in his own end. Off the skate of Wakowiak. Here comes Dave Wakowiak. Pontello back for the Blue Bombers. Wakowiak forced to regroup. This is Shepard trying to get this one cleared out. Stopped by Sharina. Hobby trying to locate the puck. He's got possession. Now taken away by Spizik. Spizik clears it out. Comes back to Wersinski in his own zone. Green Hornets making substitutions through the process. Sincata back for the puck, has a chance here. Sincata shot fired and Chewy comes out for the stop. Yeah, that time it was just a matter of taking a chance, but by the time Sincata was just on that far side, coming in on the puck, Chewy already well in position to make that stop. Really nothing Sincata could have done at that time to get around him. 6:48 to go in the second period. Blue Bombers hanging on to a tight 1-0 lead as it's Rossi and Lugo on the face-off. Puck back to Chirico, fires the shot on point, bouncing puck. Tap-in chance by Rossi, backhander by Lafreri, and the Blue Bombers extend the lead.
If you watch the video, he posted it. There, he's the star.
Yeah, and just talk about positioning there that time. Just once again, they take shots on net, they fire there, and Lafreri just waiting by the back door to backhand this one in. Excellent job there by the Blue Bombers. Positioning has been absolutely key for this Blue Bomber squad already. Now seeing a 2-0 lead over the top team Green Hornets at the moment. Rossi gets around Sharina, shot fired, just misses off the post. Pompos for the rebound, shoots it into Heldwin. Lafreri with possession, gets it back over to Phillips. Back is to Chirico. Lafreri out to Rossi. Rossi has Pompos to work with. 2-on-1 for the Blue Bombers, striking again as it gets cleared out by Chewy. Puck bouncing down. This is back to Lafreri. Skates around looking for options. Chirico can't handle the puck. Has to go back to his own zone. Chirico back in the Green Hornet zone. As Sharina retrieves it from the Green Hornet end, both teams making a few substitutions in the process. Sharina seeing pressure, finds Oliverio. Oliverio skating up quickly into the Blue Bomber zone. Comes back to Arsakovic, is there for the stop. And right now, Blue Bombers just, again, an overall team performance here from an offensive side and knowing when to get back at the right moments defensively. And the Green Hornets still trying to get the engines rolling here in this game. So at 5:29 in the second period, Dave Wakowiak takes the face-off against Spizik. Green Hornets trying to get on the board. As this puck comes back to Wersinski, off of his stick and in the neutral zone. Yeah, anytime you see passes like that where you think a defender's going to have it, and in Wersinski's case, it looked like it was right on top of the stick. Could have been a big chance there. Unfortunately, sometimes it's the unlucky bounce of a puck that can get it off your stick and back in the neutral zone. Real unfortunate for the Green Hornets. Shot high, goes high, and some redemption there for the long-time over 50 hockey vet. Hey, that time Wersinski, just an excellent job shadowing Pontello on that opportunity there. Pontello wound up for the shot. Wersinski was able to deflect it high. And now face-off reconvenes deep in the Green Hornet zone. Chance for the Green Hornets now to get their wits about them quickly as Wersinski feeds it out to Costello opposite far side end. Puck is back. Sincata looking for options. Aubie with pursuit. Costello struggling to get her way out of Aubie's possession and gets it up to Shepard. Shepard near side neutral zone, has Rossi to work with. Tipped off by Wersinski as Rossi chases down for the puck, far side corner. Rossi looking for options, finds Falbo just off the side of Chewy, rebounded by Falbo. Puck back over to Wakowiak. Gets it cleared away. And still right now, Angelo, the Blue Bombers look like they have the momentum here well in control. Really not allowing these Green Hornets to budge an inch. Puck coming all the way back. This is now Chirico. And of course, too, Andy, when we look at how this game has transpired so far, another key missing piece for the Green Hornets is then their defenseman, Mike Morey, who's not here today. Well, it definitely goes to show you that you see a guy like Scott Hildwin, who's always at the forward position. He's forced to play back from a defensive perspective, and you have to use some kind of rotation here defensively for the Green Hornets. And it just goes to show you that even though for defensemen you don't see too much from them, Mike Morey being back on defense has been absolutely key for this in part for this Green Hornet success. And now with him not being here and trying to regroup, it has definitely taken a toll in terms of this offensive juggernaut. Rossi, near side quarter, fights for the puck against Wersinski. Past Oliverio, comes back to Phillips. Phillips back to Rossi. Rossi biding some time, missed shot, rebounds. Phillips gets it around. This is Rossi's shot, deflected by Sharina. Lafreri with another hand chance. Sliding slow pass, but gets it out to Pompos. Pompos off the boards. This is back to Chirico. Chirico shot off the net. Pompos regroups. Spizik maintaining away from Butler. Oliverio got a piece of it. Here comes Oliverio. Two defenders back for the Blue Bombers. Make that three in Lafreri. And Oliverio forced to regroup. Shot on Arsakovic, and he's there for the stop. They talk about an unlucky deflection there. That time Arsakovic with an initial stop, and it bounces up into the glove and almost ricocheted in the direction going past the net. But that time Arsakovic there sees the puck, able to make the stop no problem. 2:18 in the second period as faceoff takes place deep in the Blue Bombers zone. Blue Bombers up 2-0 over the Green Hornets in our game of the week. Blue Bombers trying to continue and close out its first ever league season title in the process. Meanwhile, the Green Hornets trying to maintain their first place standing at the moment as this puck comes all the way back into the Green Hornet end for an icing call. So Wachowiak getting ready for the faceoff against Spizik once again deep in the Blue Bomber zone. As referee Scott Gilbert drops the puck, this one back over to Sincata. Costello with perfect chance, gets around Sincata, trips over the stick. Pontello back out to Wersinski, trying to judge his shot on point. This is out the stick of Pompos. Pompos in the neutral zone. Will take off with this one himself as it gets around to Costello. Sincata dumps it in the Green Hornet end.
Well, sometimes that's the only choice you have in a situation like this, and especially with the players. If they're not going to step up and try to come up with an offensive chance, you have no choice but to dump it in the pit.
Sharina gets it back out to Pompos. Pontello shot fired, deflected off a Chewy. Second hand effort by Falbo, knocked away. Blue Bombers once again with another offensive chance, now taken away by Sharina. Off the boards, looks for Wachowiak. Pontello gets a piece of the puck. This is back to Pompos. Blue Bombers keeping it on the Green Hornet half of the rink.
Well, that just goes to show you all games so far, the Blue Bombers have been doing everything they can to add that pressure.
And we'll mention it once more here on the broadcast. Just an excellent job by this Blue Bomber squad, not giving the Green Hornets really any inches to work with when it comes to that offensive zone. Lafriri back in the Green Hornet zone, looking for options. Forces it to the far side corner. Lafriri steps back. It's out to Costello for the Green Hornets, who gets it cleared away. 39 seconds in the second period. Arsakovic will let this one, no, it doesn't reach the red line. No icing call. This is back out to Pontello. Pontello off the nice pass, kick out to Lafriri into the Green Hornet zone. Lafriri deflected down by Lugo. Sharina back to Pontello, regroups. Bides a lot of time. Helwin trying to show some pressure off of Pontello. 10 seconds and the puck goes out of the rink. It's a start there for the Green Hornets, but right now it's just a matter of what they're going to do here to finish strong in this second period. Got 9.2 seconds left to go. Face-off going to be coming back deep in the Blue Bomber zone. One more chance here for the Green Hornets to maybe add some offensive spark. So Rossi and Wachowiak will head at it for the face-off. Helwin just closely behind. Puck comes back to Sharina, just out of his reach. Pontello knocking Sharina off the puck, looking to handle on it. Does he have time for the shot? Sets back up to Lafriri, shot fired, and Chewy there for the stop. Matt Sharina trying to fight off Angelo Pontello off that possession puck, but just in the nick of time, held him off just tad enough for Lafriri to get one chance shot. And there Chewy there for the position stop. A big save at that to make this go from a 2-0 to a 3-0 game. Well, that can make all the difference there as you head into intermission. It's about how you want to start the third period, and for the Green Hornets doing wonders there that time, keep it to within a 2-goal difference. 2-0 our scoreline here in second intermission. One more period left in regulation. Green Hornets trailing 2-0 over the Blue Bombers. You're watching Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Third and final period as this puck comes back over to Phillips. Chirico looking for Shepard, just out of his reach, far side end. Sharina wipes out at the boards, taking Shepard out with him, but of course, not really a call to be called there. Well, that time, Matt Sharina just going hard there that time. It looked like maybe a blade got caught in the process for Sharina, and in the process, as he wipes out, Shepard was right in the process as well, and he falls down too. But definitely something that's not intentional. Phillips bides his time, trying to look for Shepard, deflected off of Sharina. Phillips has time to regroup. A little too hot for Shepard to handle as it comes back to Sharina in the Green Hornet zone. Puck back to Heldwin. Heldwin defended well by Pontello. Back is to Lugo. This is Butler. Butler forced to dump it in the Green Hornet zone. Sincata. Heldwin knocked off the puck by Sincata. Comes back to Pontello. Pontello knocked by the referee in Kevin Possibly. And this is just getting out of hand. How many times? We have seen so much violence so far in not just this game, Angelo, but the previous games as well. But that's just sometimes being in the wrong position at the wrong time. And it can come back to haunt you. At that time, just refereeing position is what it's all about there that time. Took practically an elbow to the head, and that's Angelo Pontello, who, lucky he has that cage, because had it been a direct face-on hit or maybe a visor, not exactly sure if it would have taken the same kind of impact. Butler. Looking to get around Pompos. Cleared out by Pontello. Check that. It's the top of the ceiling that stops it again. Second time already where Pontello's initial clearance gets deflected and hits the top of the ceiling on a rink. How many times more is he going to be doing that before he has to rethink his strategy? 9:46 in the third period. 2-0 is the scoreline in favor of the Blue Bombers. Wachowiak and Rossi on the face-off. Blue Bombers trying to get a big handle here on the standings with a win over the Green Hornets today. Meanwhile, Green Hornets trying to stay atop first place as they're only a half game ahead of the Blue Bombers. Puck comes back to Lugo. Rosinski off the stick of Costello. This is back to Wachowiak. Biding some time, looking for the setup chance. Abi holding off, trying to gain his balance, and Arsekovic happened to be one of the pillar points. And of course there that time, just Roger Abi going hard to the net. He was trying to get an opportunity, got knocked off by Bob Phillips. Good defensive effort there from him. And then as Abi's trying to hold his balance, you know, he happened to grab onto Arsekovic at the same time from our view up here. And of course trying to hold himself up with the keeper's net as well. And that caused the net to go off balance. Brzezinski lost a pass from Sharina. Rossi trying to get a handle on the puck. Back to Brzezinski in the Green Hornet end. Brzezinski, pressure shown by Faldo. Brzezinski connects with Wachowiak into the Green Hornet zone, has Costello to work with. Wachowiak still alive with the puck. Backhand chance knocked away by Arsekovic. Pompos back over to Rossi. And so play is going to be halted because in our peripheral view, there was an object that was on the ice. Yeah, it was bound to happen, you know, just one of those things. And when you have the little kids out there on the side of the corner just playing all the time on there, it's bound to happen in those situations. But really just, it's a judgment call there. It was off the sides, but you never know if it comes back into the hole to play. And quite honestly, Angelo, you know, it's one thing when you see all these kids coming around and playing and just trying to practice their stick handling. That's not a problem. But the problem is when they try to go too high and it interferes in gameplay. That can be when it starts to get really annoying from a perspective standpoint, especially in that time where Mike Rossi was on a chance heading down for a real legitimate offensive chance. And for the game to be halted there, really unfair for Mike Rossi. Pontello flips it high, this time out of the rink. Gotta admit, Angelo Pontello so far today has just had a knack for just trying to clear it out in creative ways. Well, I'm not exactly sure if you just call it creative, just every time he just puts a lot of height to it and he just finds a way to hold play. Puck is back to Pontello. Sincata flips it high in the Green Hornet bench. So face-off will take place by center ice. It's Scott Heldwin and Gary Spizik on the face-off. Puck comes near side. Butler trying to get it rolling. Finds Oliverio. Oliverio with the shot fired, deflected off by Sincata. Heldwin chases the puck, far side corner. Gets around Pompos. Sharina trying to get a handle on it, deflected by Lafriri. And Lafriri, big chance here for the Blue Bombers, breakaway chance. Just off to the side. And Tom Lafriri there on the breakaway chance. He just started to drift just a little bit to the far side there, and Chewy noticed that well ahead of time, was able to position himself properly for the stop. Pontello, just out of the reach of Pompos. And this one comes back in the Green Hornet end. Puck is back to Lafriri, sets up to Spizik just out of his reach. Tony Lugo with an opportunity here. Passes it opposite side to Oliverio. Blue Bombers trying to make a lineup change in the process. Intercepted by Chirico. Chirico dumps it back in the Green Hornet end. Warsinski and company still trying to get the gears rolling for the Green Hornets as they trail 2-0 to the Blue Bombers with 7 to go in regulation. Rossi gaining some distance, finds it over to Chirico. Shot winds up, knocked down by Chewy. Rebound made by Scott Helwin, trying to get the pass out to Costello, deflected by Chirico. Rossi in the neutral zone with the puck, feeds it back to Phillips in the Blue Bomber zone. Chirico with plenty of space. Looking for foul ball, taken away by Warsinski. This is back to Rossi, just out of his reach. And that time, Rossi did connect on the puck, but just a good defensive effort there by Lugo to dispossess him that time and just show some strong showing there. Shepard dumps it back in the Green Hornet end. Off the skate of Costello, taken by Pontello. Pontello buying some time. Finds Chirico. Feeds the pass hanging onto the boards. And it goes for an icing call. If you've ever broken your hockey stick during any play, whether it's tournament play, beer league play, or even just in a pickup game, Integral Hockey Tampa has the solution to your problems. Instead of buying a stick that might be as much as $300, Integral Hockey Tampa can fix your stick for just $70. That's right, for $70 your stick can be fixed up, a guaranteed stick like new, to get you back onto the ice. Integral Hockey Tampa, there for your stick needs. Warsinski backhands taken away by Doug Shepard. Here come the Blue Bombers. Shepard in the Green Hornet zone. And the shot right into Warsinski. Shepard with his own rebound. Misses Lafriri, taken away by Costello. 5.5 minutes remaining. Green Hornets trying to get something on the board, trailing 2-0. Sharina back in his own end. Shepard takes it away. Pontello skating hard for the puck, and that time Scott Gilbert jumping out of the way that time. Pontello is back to Shepard, feeds it back to Pontello. Pressure shown by Aubie. Out of the reach of Lafriri. This is Sincata, winds up for the shot through the legs of Sharina, and Chewy kicks it away. And how many times have we seen a puck go through Sharina's legs like that? Well done by Sincata to take the shot on net, and it just happened to be a matter of positioning there. Pontello in the Green Hornet zone, around Warsinski. Looking for the setup back to Rossi, cleared out by Warsinski. Shot made by Sincata. Pontello steps up for the puck, puts it back in the Green Hornet end. It's now Rossi. Rossi covered by 2 Green Hornets. This is Sincata, shot fired, deflected high. Lafriri. Now it's to Warsinski. Looking for options, gets out of the reach of Oliverio. This is to Pompos. Pompos sharply puts it back in the Green Hornet end. Sharina. This is Heldwin. Soft pass over to Costello. Green Hornets on the move, back in the Blue Bomber zone. Heldwin, shot fired off to the left side. Phillips trying to get hold on the puck, but with the puck being on net, play will halt.
And so now with the face-off upcoming in the Blue Bomber zone, it's now or never for the Green Hornets. 4 minutes exact in regulation, and you have to start putting something up here if you're going to be looking at any chance of trying to get back in this game. Scott Helwin and Gary Spizik on the face-off. As this puck comes back to Sharina, winds up for the shot. Arsakovic sucks it in for the save.
Puck out of the reach of Butler. Sharina chasing back for it. Balbo showing some pressure. Oliverio trying to get to the puck first. Pompos trying to gain possession on the puck. Knocked back by Lugo. Phillips trying to take it back. Heldwin. Lugo shot fired over the net. Rebound chance by the Green Hornets. Heldwin shot fire, kicked back by Arsakovic. Rebounded by Falbo, who gets the clearance away. Shariko stepping up for the puck. Sharina getting it out of his possession. This is back to Spizik. Pompos fires the shot on end to dump it out. Shariko with the rebound for the Blue Bombers. Shot fired high off the glass. Spizik. Off the sideboards. Pontello shot fired, and it gets back in the Green Hornet end. Sharina will move up with the puck. Looking for center ice. Knocked away by Sincata and taken away. Here comes Larry Sincata into the Green Hornet zone, and the shot fired. Deflected offside net by Chewy. Lafriri for the rebound. Off the boards is back to Rossi. Rossi winding up for the shot. And Chewy there for the stop. And so with that, just before face-off could convene, a timeout has been called, and I believe, Andy, it's on the Green Hornets. Well, either way now, just an opportunity here for them to rethink strategy. This is a big chance for them. It's now or never for the Green Hornets. They have to start getting some offense rolling now. 2:21 in regulation. Blue Bombers hanging on to a 2-0 lead over the Green Hornets. And so we're back with 2:21 to go. Pontello trying to set things up. Blue Bombers trying to put the nails in the coffin here with 2:13 to go. Green Hornets trying to stay alive and try to perhaps maybe start a late offensive comeback. Pass. This is up to Wakowiak. Only Pontello back at the fence. Wakowiak looking to set up. Flips high. Knocked down by Pontello. Flip back by Helwin. Rebound by Lugo. Shot fired. And it gets knocked away. Helwin and company regrouping for the Green Hornets as the shots fired. Arsakovic bounces it away, clearing away from the Green Hornets players. This one from Rusinski. Knocked down by Pontello. Open puck. Green Hornets trying to fire shots on net. Pontello backhands it away into the neutral zone. Rossi looking for a chance. Flip backside. Rusinski takes it away. This is Helwin looking for options. Green Hornets in the process of trying to get 6 men on the ice. This one back to Shepard. Wakowiak waiting silently near side the net. As it's back over to Lafriri. And right now in our peripheral vision, we don't see it on camera, but Chewy is just trying to get off the ice for the Green Hornets to put 6 men on the ice. And every time the Blue Bombers have been putting themselves in position to not give them that opportunity. They finally get 6 men on the ice though. Sharina on the move in the final minute of regulation. Green Hornets trying to get things moving away. This is back to Oliverio.
Spins around. This one knocked back in the Blue Bomber end. Arsakovic gets it to Shariko. Oliverio knocking Shariko off possession. Trying to work quickly. Aubie back over to Wersinski, looking to wind up for the shot. Knocked around. Helwin trying to tap it in. Flip back, and the Green Hornets are on the board, and they're not done yet. Well, that's the kind of effort you need if you're the Green Hornets. Even in the final seconds, 27 seconds to be exact, you still give yourself hope there by scoring. And now it is just a 2-1 game. And now the Blue Bombers need to be ready defensively for anything that might come up. And just as anticipated, the Blue Bombers are going to have to think things over. Timeout called on their end with 27 seconds.
I apologize.
And so now an opportunity here for the Green Hornets to tie it up, but they have 27 seconds to do so. Meanwhile, Blue Bombers looking to rethink strategy, having to hold off a 2-1 lead. Hey fans, don't forget that we also are sponsored here. One of our official sponsors for today's game has been brought to you by the Power Play Grill, the sports bar and grill here located on the venue, the official sports and bar grill of the Ice Sports Forum. Make sure to check it out whenever you're in the area. It's the place where players go to fellowship for wings, beer, and more after their hockey games. Power Play Grill. If you haven't tried their wings, should definitely have a look at them. 15 seconds to go as the empty net there. Aubie trying to get it away as he knocks off the puck. This is Lafriri and picked up by Sharina. This is one last chance and knocked away by Pontello. Back to Wersinski. Rossi winds up for the shot and it gets just off the net. And the whistle is blown with 0.5 seconds. The question is though, Andy, are they going to try to put any more time back on the clock? Well, it looked like there was at least a couple of tenths of a second run off from all angle there. I'm not sure if the referees are going to grant them that chance, but with 0.5 seconds to go, Wakowiak is going to have to try to find a way to get a shot off net right from the drop of the puck. And so for precautionary purposes, it looks like Angelo Pontello will take the face-off as the shot is just off to the right side. No goal there, and the Blue Bombers are going to come away with a 2-1 thriller. What an effort there. What a game right down to the final finish. And it's the Blue Bombers who now take over first place with one game left to go in the season. Was this just enough to clinch the regular season crown? Who knows? Nevertheless, the Blue Bombers continue to get things rolling as they advance to 9-2 on the season. No doubt about their best record yet in franchise history. Green Hornets dropping to 8-2-1 on the season, ending a 6-game winning streak here on the fall 2019 slate. Well, of course, you look at the way this game has been played, a really tight, low-scoring 2-1 affair, and the Green Hornets today, you look at the way they play, and I know, Angelo, that what really killed them was the first period. The Blue Bombers just added a lot of pressure that they needed to in that first period, not giving the Green Hornets any chance to get any breathing room, stopping Wakowiak, neutralizing his breakaway capabilities, and now an opportunity for the Blue Bombers to finish strong next week against the Red Army to officially take first place. Meanwhile, for the Green Hornets, they'll drop to 8-2-1. They'll be a half game behind, but if they're going to look to somehow take over or to win the league season title, the Red Army is going to have to take care of business and beat the Blue Bombers, and we'll have to come away with a win over the Gray Wolves in the regular season finale. And it's a tall order, but anything's possible heading into the final week. And I can't wait to see how this fall 2019 regular season is going to be finished out. So from this tight game, Brian Pompos and Tom Lafriri both picking up 1 goal and 1 assist in today's game. Michael Rossi coming away with an assist. And then, of course, late in the game, Matt Sharina posting the lone goal for the Green Hornets, assisted by Scott Heldwin. And, of course, with a tight, low-scoring affair, it was just a matter of breaking through. But for the Green Hornets, was just right there. And the Blue Bombers come away in the end from a defensive stop. And on that note, we want to thank everybody for tuning into our Game of the Week this week. Keep following us on our Facebook page, the ISF Over 50 Hockey Facebook page, of course, where we put all our videos and announcements. And then, of course, check out our Pontello Broadcasting Network YouTube channel, where we also put all our media content as well. And then if you're looking for more in regards to the scheduling and the stats, be sure to visit the venue's website at www.theisportsforum.com. So for my co-partner Andy Townsend, I'm Angelo Pontello saying so long, good night, and we hope everybody has a blessed week. Blue Bombers win another thriller against the Green Hornets 2-1.